Internal Revenue Service IRS Tax News. IRS approves temporary use of e-signatures for certain forms. IR 2020-194, August 28, 2020, Washington. To protect the health of taxpayers and tax professionals, the Internal Revenue Service today announced, there's a link to that announcement here, it will temporarily allow the use of digital signatures on certain forms that cannot be filed electronically. The change will help to reduce in-person contact and lessen the risk to taxpayers and tax professionals during the COVID-19 pandemic, allowing both groups to work remotely to timely file forms. Quote, "We take the health and safety of the nation's taxpayers, the tax professionals, community, and our employees very seriously," end quote, said IRS Commissioner Chuck Rettig. Quote, "Expanding the use of the digital signature is an important step during COVID-19 to help tax professionals. We understand the importance of digital signatures to the tax community and will continue to review our processes to determine where long-term actions can help reduce burden for the tax community while appropriately balancing that with critical security and protection against identity theft and fraud," end quote. The Form 1040 U.S. individual income tax return already uses an electronic signature when it is filed electronically, either by using a taxpayer self-selected PIN, PIN, if self-prepared, or a tax preparer selected PIN, PIN, if using a tax professional. More than 90% of Form 1040s are filed electronically. They've been pushing to file the electronically, the 1040, the individual tax return, electronically for some time, and they've been quite effective on that, at 90% now being electronically filed as opposed to a paper file of the standard tax form, the individual tax form 1040. The IRS recommends all taxpayers consider e-file forms this year whenever possible because of COVID-19. The below list of forms is available at irs.gov and through tax professional software products. These forms cannot be e-filed and generally are printed and mailed. So these are the ones that are kind of the slow ones still. They haven't put them up to date yet. They're getting pretty good at doing a lot of the forms up to date electronically. They're pushing that for most forms. So this is obviously increasing their push to get everything electronic, which is really what they've been wanting to do, I think, for some time now. So the IRS will not specify which digital signature product tax professionals must use. There are several commercial products available. So when in the actual e-signature process, there's a lot of different softwares out there for e-signature. So if you want to look into, the signature process and using forms for e-signature, there's a lot of items and products are available out there, and it's worth looking into. And a lot of them have a free trial period, I believe. So if you wanted to look into those softwares for secure e-filing, it's probably worth doing for many people. The following forms can be submitted with digital signature if mailed by or on December 31st, 2020. Form 3115, application for change in accounting method. Form 8832, entity classification election. Form 8802, application for U.S. residency certification. Form 1066, U.S. income tax return for real estate mortgage investment conduit. Form 1120 RIC, U.S. income tax return for regulated investment companies. Form 1120C, U.S. income tax return for cooperative associations. Form 1120 REIT, U.S. income tax return for real estate investment trusts. Form 1120L, U.S. life insurance company income tax return. Form 1120 PC, U.S. property and casualty insurance company income tax return. And Form 8453, series from 8878 series and Form 8879 series regarding IRS e-file signature authorization forms. The IRS will closely monitor this temporary option for e-signatures and determine if additional steps are needed. There'll be a link to this in the description.